Let's ride.
Turn now to immigration, the showdown playing out right here in the U.S. tonight, far from the U.S.-Mexico border. Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis flying roughly 50 migrants to Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts. Texas dropping off 2 more busloads of migrants in Washington, D.C., this time outside the home of the vice president. Tonight, the Democratic governor calling this cruel, calling for a federal investigation. The White House calling this horrific and shameful. But the Republican governors behind it say the Biden administration must deal with this issue. Here's our senior White House correspondent, Roost, tonight.
It's a stunt using human beings to score political points. 50 undocumented migrants, including several children, arriving in Martha's Vineyard, flown in by Florida Republican governor and presidential hopeful Ron DeSantis.
Much later.
With backpacks no older than his children, my children, being used as political pawns, and now he's using it to fundraise.
Newsom is also calling on the feds to investigate, saying the act could be criminal.
So the governor of California sent a letter to the Department of Justice saying you need to prosecute Texas and Florida governors. And all I can say is I think his hair gel is interfering with his brain function.
The California governor fired back in a tweet. Clearly, you're struggling, distracted, and busy playing politics with people's lives. Since you only have one overriding need, attention, let's take this up and debate. I'll bring my hair gel, you bring your hairspray. Name the time before Election Day. This week, Newsom also put up 18 billboards advertising California's abortion services in 7 red states that have enacted abortion restrictions. Experts say California's governor is making moves that position him for a greater political stage.
He is at the ready. He is letting everyone know if anything goes wrong with Kamala or Biden, they have a presidential governor in the great state of California.
Earlier this summer, Newsom also began airing ads on Fox News targeting DeSantis and telling Floridians freedom is under attack in your state.
I got a little secret for you. Come here. No, closer. I don't make deals with peasants!
Jets and reportedly his own video photographer to capture this for his own political benefit, taking advantage of women and children, men who didn't know where they were going. And another governor in Massachusetts that we contacted in his office who put his nose to the grindstone and had his agency spring into action and along with local officials deal with the manufactured crisis.
We should note the governor of Massachusetts, of course, currently a Republican. I want to ask about the law, but before I get there, just the immediate issue here. Can local resources support these migrants there, and how and for how long?
That's part of the cynical nature of this. Martha's Vineyard is a very small populated island. People commute from the land just to work there because there's no housing. So there's absolutely no resources to deal with this. But fortunately, religious community members and local officials and now state officials are springing into action to deal with it. So there was no ability to do it here. This wouldn't have been a destination simply to move them from one state to another. This was clearly just...
And now for something completely different.
Reaction, we have the Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton and Florida Attorney General Ashley Moody. Ken, let's start with you. Get your take on this. To me, between Governor Abbott and Governor DeSantis, the best political jiu-jitsu move ever in history. And look at the impact and look at the rank hypocrisy, Ken.
No, it's amazing. They've done an amazing job. They've had to deal with this crisis over the last 2 years. And I love that they're highlighting the hypocrisy that you and Senator Cruz just talked about. They're dealing with a few hundred, maybe 1,000. You said Martha's Vineyard, 50. We deal with 5,000 a day, and we've been dealing with this for almost 2 years. And as Senator Cruz talked about, Del Rio, a town of 36,000, had 50% more people show up at their door, and we had to deal with it. There was no complaining.
This is how legends are born.